Today we will start with the topic purchasing management. So already we have taken a lecture about purchasing, introduction to purchasing. Now we will see what is purchasing management. So today's agenda of the presentation is definition. First we will see definition of the purchase management. Then what is purchasing management? Then objectives of purchase management, methods of purchasing, process and stages involved in purchasing management, importance of purchasing management, and different integration of different departments with purchase department, and then conclusion. So we will see one by one. First we will see definition. Purchasing is a managerial activity that goes beyond the simple act of buying. It includes research and development for the proper selection of materials and sources, follow-up to ensure timely delivery, inspection to ensure both quantity and quality, and controlling traffic, receiving, storekeeping, and accounting operations related to purchase. This is one definition. So then we will see another definition of purchasing management. Purchasing is the procuring of material, supplies, machine tools, and services required for the equipment, maintenance, and operation of manufacturing plant. So these are definitions of purchasing management. So it includes research and development, proper selection of material, follow-up, delivery of the material, and inspection, storekeeping, and receiving the product. These are some of the points it is included in definition. Now we will see what is purchasing management. Purchasing management is a department in any organization responsible for purchasing activities. Purchase is most important function in any organization. Purchase is the first event which affects the product cost. Purchase management decides profitability of the company. The purchasing management department ensures that all goods, supplies, and inventory needed to operate the business are ordered and kept in a stock. So it is also responsible for controlling the cost of the goods ordered, controlling inventory levels, and building strong relationship with suppliers. So this is purchasing management. So it is responsible for purchasing and it decides profitability, control cost, inventory, and builds relation with suppliers. Then objectives of purchasing. The objective of purchasing is to buy materials and services of the right quantity in the right quality, right, and at right place. So right quantity, right quality, and right place from the right source at the right time. So however, in general management, the objective of purchasing are to avail the material, supplies, and equipment at the minimum possible cost. To avail the materials, supplies, and equipment at the minimum possible cost. These are the basic inputs in the manufacturing operations. The minimization of the input cost increases the productivity and resultant profitability of the operation. So it is the first objective of purchasing. So minimize the possible cost. Second is to ensure the continuous flow of production. Purchasing department helps in ensuring the interrupted production flow through continuous supply of raw material, components, supplies, tools, etc., and good equipments with repair and maintenance service. So flow of production, it ensures the flow of production. Third is to increase the asset turnover. The efforts of purchase department result in formation of fixed assets and maintenance of certain level of investment in inventories. The investment in fixed asset and also in the inventories should be kept at minimum as compared to sales. This will increase the turnover of assets and thus the profitability of the company will get enhanced. So that's why this is the third objective, is to increase the asset turnover. Then to develop the alternate source of supply. This is very important. Alternate source of supply of materials increases the bargaining ability of the buyer, minimization of the cost of material, and increase the ability to meet emergencies. So if there is an alternative source of supply is available, then it will increase the bargaining ability of the buyer and it will minimization of cost of material so that they can meet requirement in case of emergency. To establish and maintain the good relationship with the suppliers. This is very important. The supply relationship decides the purchase department performance. So maintenance of good relation with the supplier helps in developing good image in the business circle. Such relations are always beneficial to the buyer in terms of changing of reasonable price, professional allocation of material in case of material shortage and intimation about shortage, information about newly developed substitute, payment in case of crisis. So this relation will help in case of crisis as well as development of new product. To achieve maximum integration with other department of the company, the purchase function is related with the following other departments of the company. First is marketing department and then production department. There are purchase department is associated with all departments because all departments are giving requisition to the purchase department and they have to coordinate with account departments for payments. To train and develop the personnel. So purchasing department should give training to their employees and develop purchasing skills. Also motivate them by giving promotions and higher position in the company. Last is efficient record keeping and management reporting. Paper processing is essential in the purchase function. Such paper processing should be standardized so that the record keeping is maintained. So there are various methods of purchasing. There are 5 essential methods of purchasing. First is bulk purchasing, hand-to-mouth purchasing, speculative purchasing, blanket purchasing, and 5th is reciprocal purchasing. So we will see what is difference between these methods and when these methods are used. All methods are not used at one time. Depends upon the company and situation. Purchase manager will decide which method is used. First method is bulk purchasing. Bulk purchasing itself declares that bulk means what? In quantity. So bulk purchasing is the most economical form of purchasing. Why it is economical form of purchasing? Because they are purchasing in bulk. But at the same time, it involves more capital investment or overstocking and high storage costs. So chances of damage. If we purchase in a bulk, there is chances of overstocking and high storage cost, so that there are chances of damage. So bulk purchasing is an ideal option for making large quantity purchase for the future. Then hand to mouth purchasing. This purchasing is also widely used as zero stock buying, which means there are no purchase transaction done until a demand arises, and accordingly the purchase of quantities are decided. Means what? Whenever there is a demand, then they will purchase. Zero stock buying means they will not keep any stock. Whenever there is a need, they will buy. This method is mostly used in case of emergencies or to the goods used occasionally and not taken into stock. Right? Some goods are used occasionally and then they are not used or they are not taken into stock. This method avoids any blockage of capital investment in the material. As in case of bulk production, bulk purchasing, there is a chances of shortage, chances of more capital investment. So in this case of hand to mouth purchasing, capital investment in material is less, so carrying cost, obsolescence and wastage of materials is less. However, the only drawback in this method is there is a fear of production halts due to lack of material, or the material they need to be procured at higher cost. When there is a need and it is not available in the market, then there are chances that you have to pay for that material somewhat high price as compared to previous purchasing. Third is speculative purchasing. When the manufacturers prefer to purchase materials in a large quantities than required in manufacturing process, it is planned such that the surplus can then be sold off at higher prices of earning profits. Speculative purchasing is popular in case of extremely low prices, when it is expected that these materials will give better prices in the upcoming period. While one can benefit from speculative purchasing method that it can give you huge speculative profits, it also blocks large amount of capital and you need large storage space. As such, there are risk of obsolescence. Right, so speculative pricing is also important, but there are chances that risk of obsolescence. Blanket purchasing. This method involves ordering items of same group under one category. The blanket purchase orders can be utilized for purchasing frequently used items and are designed in such a way to improve the efficiency of purchasing process. Last is reciprocate purchasing. In this form of purchasing, an agreement is entered between two or more organizations that purchase each other's goods and services. So these are methods of purchasing. Now we will see actual process of purchasing. So there are different stages of purchasing that we will see later. So what is purchasing process? In general terms, the purchasing process of a company involves an organized, informed process that allows the purchase manager in the company to purchase right product for their need. The right purchasing process provides the company with qualified suppliers who can provide higher quality products at the optimum price. A purchasing process is needed in most large companies simply because there are so many things to be purchased and all of them have to be purchased at the optimum cost. Thus, dedicating manpower to this process is important. On the other hand, via the purchasing process, you may get good regular supplier also. So any business requires a regular supply of quality raw material, and hence building relationship with suppliers is necessary. There are 7 steps of purchasing process and the role of purchase departments. First is identification of the need. Identification of the needs. This is the step where your company wants to provide or add a service for their customers for which it needs to acquire a product, or they need something for their internal operations or their employees. Therefore, the need for purchase is identified. We will take example. For example, let's take an apparel retailer which also wants to provide stitching facility for its customers. As based on their research, adding the service would help them to increase their profits. So therefore, in this way, need for the purchase has been identified. Means apparel retailer, they are providing stitching service. So they identified a need and they get benefited. Second is selecting a specific product. Based on a highly developed and competitive market, there are large amount of suppliers available on the market and able to provide this kind of product. The next step in the purchasing process is selecting a specific product. For these steps, a list of product specifications should be made, which should also be based on what the company thinks to achieve by purchasing this product. Third is deciding the technical specification. The third step starts with identifying and specifying the technical specification that the desired product should have. The company should arrive at a list of required technical specification for the product to ensure it meets the company needs. So this specification should be decided before purchasing. Price. This is very important part of this purchasing process because money is involved. What is the price of the product or the budget the company has for the product or service is looking for? As the price plays a vital role in the final selection of the desired purchasing item, the company should establish a desired budget for the respective purchase. The present budget should be based on the local available prices on the market. There should be relationship between technical specification and price. Fifth is contacting suppliers. The fifth step is identifying potential suppliers. Usually companies prefer old suppliers and located in nearby area. But most of the time, company contacts number of suppliers who can supply to the company. This creates competition and is better for the company. Finalizing supplier. After 2 or more suppliers are shortlisted and are able to meet the requirement set by the company, then the company is going to ask the final quotation from suppliers. This is usually a final negotiation process involved and finalization of rate is done. Last stage is the purchase. With all the above steps done, company finalizes on one supplier, or alternatively it can place 70% of its order to one supplier and remaining 30% to another, so that it maintains relationship with both the supplier and has a safety net in case of any supplier is not able to meet requirement. So for small companies, the purchasing department is responsible to acquire production assets, business equipment, facilities and other major items. In larger organizations, employs other people to outsource the process of the purchasing department. The purchasing process does not end with the supplier receiving the contract. It continues until the products actually reach the company, and in some cases it can be based on long-term relationship. So the need of purchase order system, which allows business owners to have a written record of various purchases. So now we will see the different stages of purchasing. So these are the stages of the purchasing. First stage is product identification, right? In this diagram, different stages of purchasing are shown. In the first stage, product identification is done based on requisition or intent. After identification of product, purchase department has to search for different suppliers who can supply related products. They will ask for quotation and sample from each supplier. Received quotation are sorted as per the product requirement and irrelevant quotations are rejected. So selected suppliers are called for negotiation. Negotiation is done based on various points that includes price of the product, lead time, payment terms, quality of product, insurance, transportation, likewise. Then comparative statement of selected suppliers are prepared by purchase department, and one best supplier is selected based on price, lead time, quality. The purchase order is prepared by purchase department and signed by authorized person. So purchase order is sent to nominated supplier. Once purchase order is received by supplier, he will start production of that particular material and deliver the goods to company in specified time. So purchase department has to check the delivery date on purchase order, and it is within the time limit, then they will accept the delivery of goods. Otherwise, purchase department has to inform supplier about delay in delivery and ask for discounts. So material received is checked by quality department for specified quality and quantity. If there is a variation in quality or shortage, then the material is rejected and informed to purchase department. Purchase department has to take immediately action and inform the supplier and account department about that issue if there are rejection or shortage. Based on information from purchase department, account department will raise debit note so that supply to that supplier against that purchase order. If material is as per specified quality and quantity, then material is accepted by quality department and report is sent to purchase department. Then account department will check written communication from purchase department regarding receipt of material with terms mentioned in purchase order. So account departments will compare invoice of the supplier with purchase order and payment is issued to supplier. If there is a variation in invoice and purchase order, then payment is not issued by the account departments. So these are the stages of purchasing. Importance of purchase management. Purchasing management is supposed to be a very important department of any organization. Purchase staff has to manage various vendors and external agencies, and they represent their organization reputation to the larger world. They are responsible for negotiating and finalizing big deals. Controlling the cost. The purchasing management has to analyze and decide the best suppliers as per the quality of products and most reasonable cost. They also review many other factors like if the vendor or supplier can guarantee timely shipment or what's their reputation in the industry and relevant experience. Changing the vendors again and again is also expensive. Therefore, finding the best and reliable vendor is very important for controlling cost. Stabilizing the prices. Another important role that purchasing management had to achieve is price stability. In case the production cost goes up and down, the other functions face problem. For example, the marketing function gets confused about what price should be charged to the customer. And then finance department faces problem in calculating profits and the accounts cannot measure the company's cash flow. Purchasing managers are the one who are responsible for stabilizing the production cost by negotiating with supplier and making long contracts for mutual benefits. Supply chain management. Buyers also ensure that materials or supplies are received on time and are of the expected quality. The supply should be of expected quality. In case the shipment is delayed or is not on the expected standard, it would affect the complete production chain. Hence, the function of almost importance across all industries. In customer satisfaction. So how purchasing department is related to customer satisfaction? Purchase management is responsible for customer satisfaction in the following ways: working towards the best quality of the product and ensuring on-time delivery. When the purchase department selects the highest quality of suppliers or components at reasonable cost, it results in cost saving, which are further based on customers. Therefore, purchasing department has a critical role to play in customer experience with the final products and the organization. Integration with other departments. Purchase department is integrated with almost all departments. First is production department. Production department regarding the material specification, flow of material, suggested supply of certain items, likewise. Marketing department. It is related to marketing department regarding the forecast of sales and its impact on purchase of materials, impact of quality of inputs and quality of outputs and sales. Finance department, for the purpose of maintaining levels of material and tapping the quantity discount, scheduling the investments, likewise. Then personnel department, for the purpose of manpower adjustment, developing the personnel of purchase department, maintaining the vendor relationship, etc. Now finally we will conclude that the purchase department is linked very closely with the marketing and production department and has therefore to keep in touch with all the requirements of the marketing and production departments. success of the other departments of a company largely depends upon the success of the purchasing department. Purchase management basically is a function in any company that works to save money and enhance profit. Hence, it becomes one of the most important department or function in any company. So organizations have realized that cost saving can be achieved if the purchasing decisions are effective. The main function of this department is to purchase the material or inputs that are needed for production. Nowadays, with so much competition and huge demand in the market, and has made many organizations to relook at how they are going about their purchasing. So the role of purchasing department has enhanced in a big way, and it includes tasks like verifying the supplier, receiving the material quality, making sure that the delivery is on time. Thank you.